Okay.
Please come in.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. You are Aditya Jain.
Yes, sir.
Please take a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Please give us a brief introduction, Adit.
Sir, my name is Aditya Jain. I am from Sronj, district Odisha, Madhya Pradesh. I completed my mechanical engineering from Lakshmi Narayan College of Technology and Science. And sir, I am also pursuing MA from Sociology. Sir, my hobbies are playing badminton and jogging and writing reflective journals.
It's rather strange actually that with an engineering degree you didn't pursue a career in engineering, you switched over to MA and now you're appearing for the civil services. What is the attraction? What is the motivation?
Sir, during engineering time, sir, I try to find out in which field I am more interested, and I find myself more interested in social studies, and then I explore some fields related to social studies, and my inclination was more towards civil services because I found that in civil services I can get diverse opportunities to work for the society, and sir, I believe that I can give my best while serving in the civil services because I found myself pretty much more inclined towards civil services.
No, you may have been inclined towards civil services, but what is the impact of civil services which attracted you to this? Any particular aspect of the civil services which attracted you?
Sir, the diverse opportunities provide as a job profile, and sir, the leadership quality and the opportunities provide to show leadership, and sir, the job profile from policy implementation to policy formulation, and sir, as a civil servant, I got opportunity to work at the ground level, to have a direct impact on the life of the people, and I can play a positive role in the development process of the country.
Have you heard of the term reverse Sanskritization?
Yes, sir.
What is it all about?
Sir, reverse Sanskritization means don't emulate the upper caste or Dvija caste and emphasizing on their own identity by the lower caste peoples and rejecting the upper caste traditions.
We'll come back to it in the feedback. Now, Madhya Pradesh,
yes,
it has a glorious history of handicrafts and arts and craft.
yes, sir.
Throw some light on dhokra. Why is it called as being made from the lost wax technique? Have you seen a dhokra piece, metal piece?
No, sir.
From Madhya Pradesh and you have not seen dhokra? Okay, we'll pass. We'll give it a pass. Vandhan Yojana.
Vandhan Yojana.
Throw
Yes,
some
sir.
light on Vandhan Yojana, please.
Sir, Vandhan Yojana is for the upliftment of tribals, in which different Vandhan Kendras are created, in which tribals sell their minor forest produce at those places.
And which is the operating agency?
Sorry, sir.
Which is the operating agency which is involved in the implementation of this scheme?
Sir, TriFed.
Yes. Full form?
Sorry, sir, full form.
Right. My final question to you. What do you mean by the rule of law? Can
Sir,
you give three characteristics?
So, rule of law means every law will be applied to every person equally and no subjectivity will be there. Secondly, sir, no person will be punished for the same offence again and again.
No, that's not the correct formulation. We'll come again in the feedback. Thank you.
Aditya.
Yes, sir.
Okay, one Aditya went up in the space.
Yes, sir.
What was that?
Sir, it is ADITYA L1, our first solar mission of India. And
Why
sir,
was it sent?
Sir, because it was put into the L1 point, Lagrange point 1, which is around 1% distance from the Earth and the Sun's distance.
But why you said Lagrange 1? What is the importance of this point?
Sir, at Lagrange point, the gravitational force of the two bodies are in equilibrium and they cancel out each other. And at that point, that orbiter can be work with more stability. And
Okay.
sir, at Lagrange point 1, it is nearest to the earth, and secondly sir, it is facing sun constantly, so we have a constant look of sun also.
All right. Okay. Manipur has been in the throes of some social strife. Can you give me few reasons for this kind of strife going on?
Sir, the major reason for Manipur violence is the ethnic clashes between the Kukis and the Meiteis, and the reason is Meiteis demanded the ST status, and Kukis and Meiteis are got into tussle regarding this status.
During the British, Meiteis were also tribals. Is the demand not justified?
Sir, the demands of Meiteis are justified, as High Court also ordered to consider the demand of Meiteis, as they are demanding to preserve their culture and tradition, because as an ST status there are some benefits to preserve their culture. So sir, to some extent their demands are justified, but at the ground level some ethnic clashes happens because of lack of we can say dialogues and consensus.
So you mean to say it stems only from one reason, that is demand for tribal status, and no other reason?
These other reasons are also there.
Please
As,
specify in brief.
As sir, Meiteis considered Kukis as the origin of Myanmar. They considered them as outsider.
Next.
And second, sir, they also consider them that they are snatching their employment opportunities, and they are also involved in illicit activities like trafficking and opium cultivation. And third one, sir, they also face cultural threat from Kukis because they consider them as outsiders.
Okay. You know, Madhya Pradesh is all landlocked,
Yes, sir.
right? How come that you have so many army establishments in Madhya Pradesh? What is the justification?
Sir, first is the central location of Madhya Pradesh, which provides Madhya Pradesh edge in a conventional war also, because it is difficult to reach Madhya Pradesh directly. And second, sir, aspect of development also. For inclusive development, we need to develop all these things equitably, like ordnance factory in Jabalpur or Air Force in Gwalior.
Which regiment is based in Jabalpur?
Sorry, sir, I'm not sure.
Okay, you won't know. All right. You say you play badminton?
Yes, I play badminton.
Singles or doubles?
I play singles.
Singles. Okay,
And
very
sir-
good. You are serving,
Yes, sir.
right? Tell me 5 conditions when your service can be called fault.
Sir, first is service line.
One.
If I,
Period.
And
I
second is
understand.
the height. Second one is height. We have to
Height of what?
height of bat and racket and shuttle. 1.35 meters around height of bat.
Right. 2.
And the third is we have to serve according to number, odd and even rule. If
Right.
and
Which court?
Court.
Okay.
A right court and left court
Right.
decided. And fourth one is the service line rule of other court.
Right. Short service or
Short
not?
service
4.
and long service, sir. And the fifth one, sir, currently 4.
What do you mean out of court? Is fault.
Yes, sir, out of court.
So,
Sorry.
some simplest thing. Anyway, thank you.
That was the most obvious one.
Aditya.
We missed
Aditya from Vidisha.
English, yes, sir.
Very famous politician, has connection with that city.
Sir, former Foreign Minister Sushma Swaraj ji was the MP of Vidisha.
And anybody else earlier also?
So not able to recall, sir.
Mr. Vajpayee also contested.
Sorry, sir, I am not aware of it.
I'm not aware. Okay. See, our Prime Minister promised to double the farm income
Yes, sir.
in so many years. Are we moving toward that direction, or farm income is still low, or if we want to double the income, what should be done?
So currently farm income is not doubled as it is envisaged, but sir, we are moving towards it. And sir, we are focusing on removing and reducing disguised unemployment from the agriculture sector, while promoting food processing industries under PMFME scheme And sir, we are also promoting elite sectors activities in agriculture.
See, this is Madhya Pradesh is agriculture dominated state.
Yes.
How you can develop that? And second question is that this mother industry is virtually lacking.
Yes, sir.
What steps you can take to industrialize the state? It has all the potential to become a industrialized state, but it has not achieved its potential. What you will do?
Sir, we should focus on resource-based manufacturing. I believe, sir, in MP there are a lot of natural resources and mineral resources, and we should try to explore them. For example, in MP is the largest producers of cereals and onion and soya bean. So we first of all we should focus on agriculture produce industries like food processing industry. And secondly, sir, to develop industries, we should attract investments, which can also only be done when we work on factors of economies like land, infrastructure, electricity, power, and skilled labor. So, sir, we should attract investors through providing them some incentives in terms of land, and we should ensure continuous supply of water and electricity. And currently, sir, MP becomes the electricity surplus state also, and in terms of water also we are doing good.
Lot of land, empty land is there.
But sir, for attracting investors, we also need proper infrastructure, and the lack of connectivity through ports becomes a hurdle in attracting investment.
Any landlocked state has that problem.
And sir, yes, sir, and for this, sir,
Gujarat is not very far off, so they can use that.
Yes, sir, and sir, we are attracting investment in this regard, and we are working on our investments, like expressways are creating, along with it indoor IT industries are developing, and textile parks are developing, and mega food parks are developing.
Okay. See, there is a demand from farmers that MSP, there should be law, legalized. There should be law on MSP. Do you agree with that we should make a law to guarantee minimum support price, or we should not make it?
Sir, I think there is no harm in legalizing MSP, but sir, it should not further aggravate the condition of crop diversification. We are facing a problem of crop diversification. A lot of production of wheat and rice.
But if you legalize, then everybody will do that, and it will be difficult to withdraw that. Then one should become a law. It will be difficult to withdraw from that. So that is should go for it or not go for it.
The solution lies in extending MSP to other cereals.
Then MSP to so many things, and if you are running a factory,
yes,
and you are producing steel, you say MSP for me also. Iron ore prices keep on going up and down. Should we give me minimum support price so that I produce steel? So
yes,
this is an unending demand.
So, but the farmers are at the vagaries of climate also, and they are facing so much hardships. Their average income is less than 10,000 rupees per month.
The MSP law should be made or not? Should not?
Yes, sir, should be made.
Should be made.
Yes, sir.
It is vicious circle.
I believe that it should be made.
But when one should made a law, it is difficult to change that law. We withdraw that law. It will become a perpetual. You see, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe reservation for 15 years, now 75 years. You cannot do that.
Sir, I believe there is nothing bad in being its perpetual, but it should not harm the crop diversification. Like it should be promoted in millets more than cereals. Like
then 100 crops with the minimum support price is not a very good idea.
Sorry, sir, I didn't hear.
You cannot dictate that I'll produce this and you give me the support price. Is it market forces typically?
Yes, sir.
Okay, anyhow, thank you.
What is reflective journaling?
So reflective journaling, sir, is writing down our own thoughts, beliefs, and critically analyzing our whole day's actions.
So why can't we simply say diary writing?
So in diary writing, we write down the whole day, what we done in the whole day. Or sir, in reflective journaling, we also write down on different prompts. Like for example, today I write, tell me the 3 things on which you feel gratitude, which will you neglect in your day-to-day life. So sir, it is more of a internal analysis of our actions.
You sound like a philosopher, are you?
No sir, it is not philosophy, but it's an analysis of ourselves.
Alright, tell me, in India, whether westernization and modernization have gone hand in hand or not.
Sir, in India, first those who westernize get modernized also, and sir, westernization become the precursor for modernization.
We often equate westernization with modernization. Is that a correct view?
Sir, westernization and modernization are two different things. Westernization means the blind emulations of the Western culture, while modernization is imbibing the modern values of equality, liberty.
Where do the modern values come from? They come from the West, don't they?
Sir, not completely.
Why not?
Indians.
Think back in sociology about the French Revolution or the Magna Carta or the American Revolution. Haven't all these values come from there?
Sir, values maybe come from West, some of the values, but the lifestyle of Western people, we are more or less emulating them in westernization. Like that dressing sense,
But
food habits.
you are wearing completely Western clothes. Is there something wrong with that?
No, sir.
Well,
Sir, I am not attaching any values of wrong or bad. I am just referring that we are emulating them.
all right. Today, one chief minister, opposition chief minister, has said that because of, in the context of this Ram temple inauguration, that in India the line between the state and religion has become very thin. Do you agree?
Sir, religion in India, we follow positive secularism.
Stick to my question. The Kerala chief minister has said today that the line between religion and state has become very thin in India. Yes or no?
Sir, no, sir.
Why not?
Because, sir, India follows positive secularism.
In the context of the Ram temple inauguration, don't theorize. Just answer what I'm saying. I don't want the theory.
Because sir, government is not directly involved in temple, because the temple is constructed by the funds of the people, and it is the responsibility of the government to regulate and administer the area. And sir, it is also for economic benefit of the area, and it will promote tourism. It will brings investment in that area. And I believe, sir, it is more or less work for development of the region and making India.
My last question to you. You have studied gender stratification.
Yes, sir.
What does that mean?
So gender stratification means, sir, privileges are distributed according to the gender, like male and female. Privileges and opportunities are distributed according to the gender, between male and female. And
but gender is a very fluid concept.
yes, sir.
Now we have a third gender and we have LGBTQ, etc.
Yes.
How does that impact gender stratification?
Yes. So now different third gender are also including, like transgender. And sir, it affects like transgender are also downtrodden. They are considered third gender and below.
How does it affect stratification?
So in stratification, a third layer is come. In that sense, it affects stratification.
That's it.
Sir, I am able to recall that much only.
Thank you. Picking from where this gender stratification only. Okay. Tell me, who will be more privileged in society, a Dalit man or upper caste woman?
Sir, I believe men are more privileged in society.
A Dalit man will be more privileged than a upper caste woman. This is what you are saying.
So, sir, I am able to understand the question.
I am asking, who is having more privileges in the society, a Dalit man or a upper caste woman?
Upper caste women.
Are you sure?
Yes, sure. Sir.
How?
Sir, upper caste women have first of all financial security, and second, independence in pursuing what they want to some extent. And sir, in Dalit house there are many issues which are prevalent, like first of all poverty, casteism, and discrimination.
Aditya, in rural spectrum, a Dalit man is allowed to go out and smoke a cigarette on a pull or pulliya at night. Upper caste woman is not allowed to do that. Who's having more privileges?
Sir, smoking and privilege are two different. Privilege means the opportunity the person
Smoking is
gets
not
to
a privilege.
develop.
Smoking is not a privilege.
Sir, it is a kind of I will not consider it a privilege, but a habit, more or less. And sir, privilege, I consider privilege like getting opportunity to develop oneself.
Aditya, you mentioned in your introduction impacting life of people. You want to impact life of people. Don't you think it's a very narcissistic thought?
No, sir.
Okay. Narcissism is increasing. Stanford did a study on this. What can be the reasons?
Narcissism. So I am not able to understand the word narcissism.
You narcissist people. You're not aware of the term narcissist.
It is related to narcissism of
Yes.
Germany.
No.
No.
Yeah, sorry, sir. I am not
General narcissism.
Narcissism.
Narcissist.
Narcissist. Who's a narcissist personality?
Sir, no, sir. I am not aware about it.
Okay.
I will read out, sir.
Okay, Aditya. My last part. Can you tell me the importance of caste in 2024?
Sir, in political sphere, it acts as a ready-made vote bank to mobilize people. And second one, sir,
Answer
caste,
as a student of sociology.
and second is caste acts as a source of identity and unity among the people. For example, horizontal solidarity among the caste group. They mobilize themselves and put their demand. And so the third one, caste is in terms of marriage. Endogamous marriages are still present in India, and more than 95% marriages are endogamous.
So you think, because you put out around 3 to 4 points, you think caste is important in 2024?
So caste, I don't think caste is important.
You just gave me 4 points.
So they are the functions of caste they are doing, but if caste is not there also, then also society will function, because nowadays caste is becoming a source of conflict and become source of and historically also caste is being a source of like discrimination.
Okay, what's your view on this affirmative action? It's working.
So the conditions of marginalized sections are still downtrodden. So the way we envisage the affirmative action will work is not worked yet, but still it helps in uplifting millions of marginalized sections.
Okay, thank you, Aditya.
How many mocks have you taken?
So this is my third mock.
Okay, so I would suggest that your time would be better spent in preparation, and when your date comes, then closer to that you could take 1 or 2 more mocks. So what is your perception of how you performed today?
Very bad, sir. Not good.
Why so?
Sir, first question, sir, why civil services? I fumbled in it, sir. I prepared answer of it, but I don't know how I am unable to deliver it. I forget all things what I read about it.
So essentially, Adit, as I see it, you are suffering from a crisis of self-confidence.
Yes, sir.
Nothing else. So I'll start from the beginning. When you come in, firstly you need to give the impression of being an officer. So your collar should be neatly tucked under your coat. Have a quick look in the mirror before you come in. Huh?
Okay, sir.
Now, kindly understand that this is not an interrogation. It's not a test of knowledge per se. It's a test of your personality. And they're looking for officer-like traits.
Yes, sir.
And in that, poise and self-confidence is very important. Integrity is very important.
Yes.
So don't guess. If you don't know, you don't know.
Yes, sir.
They are looking for balanced opinions. They are looking for logical thinking, conceptual clarity, lucid exposition. They are looking for someone who's aware of himself, his district, state, nation, the world. Because that's an essential feature for a good civil servant.
Yes, sir.
So what I would suggest is, take about 100 to 120 of these A4 size sheets. Think of the possible questions that can come your way. They come from essentially 3 or 4 sources. They come from your dad,
Yes, sir.
from current events, subject and job. Once you have this question bank ready,
Yes, sir.
then do a deep study of each topic.
Yes, sir.
Master it completely and then reduce it to 4-5 bullet points, and then sit in front of a mirror and practice.
Yes, sir.
So if you had done it in that particular way, then you would have been able to respond. You see, what happens is that once you are able to respond to the questions, your confidence level goes up. That yes, I have aced this question, now I'm ready for the next one.
Yes, sir.
But even, you see, since it's not a test of knowledge, if you are unable to answer a question, don't let it impact your future.
Yes, sir.
You know, future responses.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So as I said, you know, if you had got those bullet points in your mind, so when I ask you about the rule of law, the first thing you will say that this principle was enunciated in modern times by ADITYA, the British constitutional historian, and he suggested that it has 3 elements. One is equality before the law, second is supremacy of the law, and third is predominance of the legal spirit. You have said 4 or 5 sentences and you have nailed it. No one will, if they want to pursue this, there could be follow-up questions. How far is the rule of law being followed in India?
Okay.
You know, something tricky like that can come your way. But then, once you have responded to the original question, then and you've done your homework, additional questions are also you've covered,
Yes,
then
sir.
you'll be able to respond in a much, more.
Yes.
You have to respond in order of priority. So when I ask you about civil services and you say diversity, I don't know why 99 of the 100 aspirants here start with diversity.
Yes, sir.
Diversity is there in every job. Diversity is not what should be driving you to the civil services.
Yes, sir.
You should be passionate about this. I want to go into the civil services because of the public impact.
Public impact.
Where is the career which can give you such a lot of public impact? You came to it, but you came to it later on. You were absolutely right. Policy implementation and later on policy formulation. But that should be front and center. Then it will make an impact.
And sir,
Then it will mean that you have got the right approach to it.
एक्चुअली वो प्रिपरेशन में पहले ही था, वो फंबल हो गया थोड़ा, डिलीवर नहीं हो पाया अच्छे से.
कोई दिक्कत नहीं. You should go there with a very positive mindset and uncluttered. Don't let all these. Sometimes, you know, the burden of mocks gets you down. कि मैंने उस समय मैं नहीं कह पाया, इस समय नहीं. Don't be a victim of self doubt.
एंड सर वन प्रॉब्लम है, बहुत कॉन्शियस हो जाते हैं जवाब देते वक्त कि बहुत सारी चीज़ें चल रही होती हैं दिमाग में कि उन्होंने बोला था कि ऐसे बैठना है, इस तरीके से बैठना है, उन सब चीज़ों पर ध्यान देते हैं तो क्वेश्चन भी ध्यान से सुन नहीं पाते. फिर ये होता है.
वो सब peripherals हैं. Those are absolute peripherals. The content of your answer is most important. So forget all that. Don't let it cloud your mind. Best of luck. You should do well.
आदित्य, आराम से बैठ यार कुर्सी में, पहले तो आराम से बैठ. टेंशन में पीछे हो जा, आराम से बैठना यार. घर में कैसे बैठ, हाँ ऐसे बैठना, ठीक है. दूसरा है, ऐसा है, दिस इज योर फर्स्ट इंटरव्यू इन 3 attempts.
Yes, sir.
Right? Anybody will be anxious. You are also anxious.
Yes, sir.
Even if I have to go for an interview, let's say for some big job, I would be skeptical of myself.
Yes, sir.
Some skepticism is good because nervousness gives you more energy sometimes to perform better.
Yes, sir.
So nervousness, treat it as an asset. There is absolutely no problem.
Yes.
We all would have behaved like you when we were your age, right? So there is nothing unusual about it. And secondly, you know, the bouquet of questions under the sun is so big. You are not supposed to know everything.
Yes, sir.
And when the board judges, even if you are not able to answer 2-3 questions and you say, sorry, I need to read more on it, it is acceptable. What is not acceptable is if you start beating about the bush.
Yes, sir.
Avoid it. बैठना कैसे है, हाथ हिलाना है, नहीं हिलाना है, forget it यार. मतलब बहुत सारे लोग बोलेंगे, YouTube देखोगे कि घुटने पे हाथ रख लो, कोई कहेगा हाथ हिलाओ, कोई कहेगा मुंडी हिलाओ, यू नो ये सारी चीज़ें ठीक है। मेरे को क्या चाहिए? मेरे को चाहिए कि तुम ऑनेस्टली जवाब दे रहे हो या नहीं दे रहे हो।
यस सर।
ठीक है, तो बाकी सारी चीज़ें बेमानी। व्हाट यू नीड टू नो इज, जो तुम्हारे को ऑनेस्टली लगता है कि मेरा आंसर ये होना चाहिए, जस्ट से दैट विद कॉन्फिडेंस। ठीक है, डोंट रिमेंबर कि उस वक्त में मुझे किसी ने बोला था कि ये डाइवर्सिटी नहीं होना चाहिए या यही होना चाहिए। वॉट एवर यू आर कन्विंस्ड अबाउट, आपकी अपनी कॉन्विक्शन क्या है यार, आप उस पर्पज के लिए आ रहे हो ना।
Yes, sir.
मेरे कहने पे नहीं आ रहे हो।
यस सर।
I can also tell you कि if you join now, 47 when we become the advanced country, you will be part of that growth story.
यस सर।
You can mention that. You may not mention that because you are not looking at that
यस सर।
span. ठीक है? So you did well. Only thing is that don't be too anxious कि मेरा पिछला सवाल कैसा गया, अगला सवाल कैसा गया, and speak every word clearly. Sometimes you mumble,
यस सर।
है ना, your voice peters off. Not done. Till the last word you should be loud and clear.
यस सर।
Right? तो अब खुश होके जाओ
यस सर।
and nail it.
यस सर।
ठीक है, कोई सवाल नहीं भी आए, heavens are not going to fall.
यस सर।
We are judging the overall personality, and you come across as a very good one. Okay? All right.
एक दो छोटी बात है, आंसर शुड नॉट बी वेरी लॉन्ग।
यस सर।
You have to finish the answer within 40-45 seconds, maximum 1 minute.
यस।
If interviewer want to ask further query, he may raise a supplementary question. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Then try to become very concise and to the point. Understand the question first. Okay. Regarding that, when you are asked to give a view, this minimum support price. Now you stick to the point, but you have to back it up with strong arguments. If I would have further grilled, you would have shaken
Yes, sir.
your confidence. So I didn't do that, but member can do that.
I will prepare better arguments.
नहीं, कोई भी whatever argument stand you take, you have to back up. You took a stand, okay, it should be there. Then you have to back up why it should be there.
Yes, sir.
He may ask you 2-3 counter question and you will be then lost.
Yes, sir.
So take a stand and then back it with
Yes, sir.
figures. And have to take a stand. You can't be either here and either not there for such questions. Okay.
Sir, may I ask one thing?
Yeah, please go ahead. You want to ask question?
Yes,
Go ahead.
सर वो आपने कुछ भी रिसेंसिटाइजेशन पूछा था कि डिसेंसिटाइजेशन?
I asked you about reverse Sanskritization.
I gave wrong answer for it.
Go and look it up. You did.
Find out. You will realize it.
Stop worrying. That's most important.
बस.
Stop worrying.
आदित्य सुन के बोला करो, लिसन प्रॉपरली फर्स्ट। आप मुझे कास्ट के इम्पोर्टेंस बताने लगे, गवर्नमेंट चाह रही कास्ट ना हो और आप मुझे कास्ट के फायदे बता रहे हो, है ना। लिसन प्रॉपरली, देन फिर समझ के चबा के शब्दों को बोलो। आपके बहुत सारे शब्द भी क्लियर नहीं थे।
यस सर।
ठीक है, बाकी वाला गुड कैंडिडेट।
बिना प्रैक्टिस थोड़ा इंप्रूव करेंगे।
ये जोर से तो बोल यार।
थ्रू बिना प्रैक्टिस इंप्रूव करेंगे।
हाँ, वाह, मतलब इतना बोलना यार सब।
शीशे के सामने प्रैक्टिस करो थोड़ी, खुल के बोलने की।
यस सर।
थोड़ा गला वला साफ करो।
यस सर।
ठीक है,
थैंक यू।
गुड, ऑल द बेस्ट।
ऑल द बेस्ट आदित्य।
और जब अंदर आओ ना, जब इंटरव्यू पे जाओ, तुम वोट मांगने नहीं आए।
Yes, sir.
तुमने सबको एक बार ऐसे ऐसे करके नमस्ते किया, नहीं करना।
यस सर।
अगर सारे बंदे बैठे, लुक एट द चेयरमैन, गुड मॉर्निंग सर्स, खत्म, गुड आफ्टरनून सर्स, पीरियड। वोट नहीं मांगना है और आके वेट करना है कि आपको कुर्सी बैठने के लिए बोला जाए।
तुम ऐसा प्रेशर दे दो जैसे बड़े ढीले ढाले से हो, थोड़ा सा
जवान आदमी है,
थोड़ा ढीले ढाला, वो लेड बैक टाइप इम्प्रेशन मत दो।
बैडमिंटन खेलते हैं, बढ़िया बंदा है। ओके।
And if there's a lady member, you have to address her first.
Okay, sir.
Huh?
Thank you,
Go
sir.
and smash the interview.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.